I love it when children commit war crimes. The journey to those war crimes varies, but every single time I use a child to send a nuclear bomb at a faceless enemy, a little bit of my humanity comes back to me. Why? Why is it infinitely funnier to me that my villager unit or my penguin that wasn't supposed to be a strong unit one-shots an enemy? To me it means time investment equals emotional attachment. There's this character in a series Smash players absolutely hate. The series is Fire Emblem, and the character is named Est. She's regarded in most of her incarnations as a baby unit, in that she starts off many stats weaker than most other units, but if you raise her through hard work, you're gonna have a problem child with blood on her boots. I could speak about these bloody
small beans
for hours. You know, actually, no, I can't. But speaking of blood on your boots, there is nothing more appealing in an RPG to me than an item that permanently boosts your stats. Usually these are rare drops or rewards for beating chapters, items hidden on a map that aren't obvious, or in chests. To come clean, I do like raising all of my units to become unkillable dodging machines. Doesn't really matter the series, the game, or however you want to categorize it. Child raising simulators. There's a lot of them. Or pet raising simulators. I really like when you raise a pet that kills God. That's one of the reasons that Pokemon has always appealed to me. Being able to swap units that you acquire from different places lets you experiment with many things, and experimenting gets you thinking. Oh, will this buff enable this one? Does this buff stack? Haha! If you have all slimes in your party, you can become a super slime team. That aggressive experimentation is one of the reasons I enjoy RPGs so much. The grind to level up new members, although it should be shelved unless you wanted to, is somewhat satisfying. I get why people play Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Pokemon, with all the tools you work with. You then get to play with your food, or test your team against proper good challenges. But let's talk about raising children again. I've been addicted to this game, Volcano Princess, and honestly, even with the incredibly broken translation to English, you raise a literal baby to knighthood and optionally can kill God. In this game, two things matter: your stats and personally, who your teenager romance is. It can be pretty much anyone, except your parents, because that'd be weird. You can romance your sister though, which also weird. As usual in character raising sims, you level up your stats by spending time in certain places, and as payoff for your hard work, you can...
Come
on! Oh, what the fuck? I guess the payoff is just better stats for that game, but Christ, that scares me. Stop. Persona, just let me... Okay. I'll get to you after this. I'll talk to you for a bit. You know, actually thinking about it, a lot of games do this. Volcano Princess is just one of many where the visual novel, or child rearing, or Sonic the Hedgehog funnels... Wait. I just realized, why is Sonic Adventure 2 a game that has an optional child rearing game? Like, as complex as a full-fledged RPG? I cannot just ignore this. I have to talk about that. The game is exclusively designed to funnel resources to your child. Everything affects the Chow Garden. Yes, everything! The entire game is interconnected with the Chow Garden. I mean, everything! You don't believe me? The only way to get cooler Chows is either through link cabling to a Game Boy, or, get this, playing the game to get emblems. At different stages of the game, you unlock shinier Chows, which you buy with rings, which you collect in the levels. And in those levels, you can kill enemies, which give you resources that buff your Chow, and animals that buff your Chow. There are 3 boxes that lead you to the Chow Garden in every level. Every level, you might be like, wow, that's convenient. No, it's different, because if you get all 3 boxes in the level, you get a special animal, a mythical animal for the Chows. And Chows take time to grow, like actual time. Where do you spend that time? Oh, obviously in the levels of the game, grinding for more Chow resources. Oh, which will let you raise your Chow until they grow and reincarnate with higher stat growths, which means you can then, again, raise them with more stuff you find in a level, to then breed higher stat Chows together, to do eugenics and then make the Super Chow, which will then turn into a Chaos Chow. You understand what I'm saying, right? Sonic Adventure 2 is a fully fleshed out game that does pet raising as the main focus. It's not a platformer game exclusively. It's a hybrid platformer child rearing simulator. It's so fucking... Persona. Persona is probably the most popular version of my child that I raised can kill God, but there's an extra layer of my child's social skills that I used, my high stats that I raised to interact with, allows me to fuse creatures together to allow my child that I'm going to high school with to kill God. The game series fully interlocks exploring dungeons to social linking, which is actually the most detailed part of the game. Every single decision you make gets you closer to your allies and friends, and you're occasionally a good boy, oh you're such a good boy. This gives you buffs, and they play into the fusion mechanic. The thing that allows you to fuse dudes you've collected in dungeons into more dudes who gain EXP based on how much you've friendshipped, who you've friendshipped, and how you've friendshipped. I have nothing more to add. That is all. Thank you for letting me waste your time.